Hello, it's Mark, and welcome to Whiskey in the Thicket. Today I'm going to do Stryker, and this is from the Andalusia Whiskey Company. And this is a smoked single malt whiskey. Andalusia, they are in Blanco, Texas, not far from Barton Creek, hill country of Texas. We don't have hills where I live in Texas, but they do have hills in central Texas and hills. Oh, I'm about to finish this one. Okay, so be it. We'll see the end of this bottle. Awesome. Okay, so what I can tell you about that, they're in Blanco, Texas. That is again, and they are a lesser known Texas whiskey than say Garrison Brothers or Balcones, but they're definitely kind of like one that people need to try. They're definitely make some really good spirits. The Stryker is a smoked single malt whiskey. So let's see, what else can I tell you? Texas whiskeys generally, they're not aged as long as say Scotches because our heat just kills them. I had a distiller tell me that after about 5 years, Texas whiskey turns to sludge. So they actually are, Andalusia is a city in Spain. They named their distillery after that. And this is a smoked one. So not peated, but smoked. Obviously we don't have peat here. So I'm gonna go ahead and slosh that around a little bit. And then I'll show you the color. There we go in the glass. Oh, I can't show it to you in the bottle, can I? It's empty. All right, so let's see here. So, Andalusia Whiskey Company, smoked single malt. They do make some that aren't smoked. This just happens to be their smoked offering. In Blanco, Texas, Andalusia Whiskey Company, and it is a certified Texas whiskey. For it to be that, I think it has to be distilled and bottled in Texas. A lot of quote Texas whiskeys are they're MGP products, or they're sourced from other places. I think some stuff is sourced from Dickel, but this is actually certified Texas whiskey, so distilled and bottled in Texas. And all right, so products Andalusia Whiskey Company produces handcrafted malt whiskeys deep in the Texas hill country. A scene reminiscent of the hills of Andalusia, Spain. Our grain-to-glass creation begins with a mash of the finest grains. They are double distilled in copper pot stills and then patiently aged in charred oak barrels. Stryker single malt whiskey adopts the Scottish tradition of smoking malted barley that is destined to be used in their signature style of scotches. Rather than burning peat, however, Stryker is mashed from malted barley that has been smoked in the Texas barbecue tradition with oak, mesquite, and apple woods. This backyard barbecue whiskey at its best. This is backyard barbecue whiskey at its best, my friend. So, yes, I understand that. When I smoke, matter of fact, I'll go ahead and my smoker is right over there, and I do like to use mesquite. Mesquite, it's a sweeter smoke than you see in other things. Before I moved to Texas, I had never even heard of mesquite. So a lot of Texas barbecue is done in mesquite. Oak also, applewood, I'd say less so than mesquite. Mesquite is probably the most popular. You can buy mesquite wood in the supermarket. You can buy mesquite lump charcoal in the supermarket. Definitely mesquite is about Texas, and I get it, and I love mesquite wood, the mesquite smoke when I smoke brisket or ribs or whatever. So, okay, so with that said, what do we get here? I guess I told you they're in Blanco, Texas, which is in the hill country, which they get a little bit cooler weather than I get here, but still it's Texas. We don't get real winter. Okay. Yeah, getting fruit. I'm surprised how much fruit I'm getting. And some toffee. No. Caramel. caramel. More caramel than toffee. Okay. Definitely getting fruit. I'm getting light and dark fruit. Hold on, let's see what we get. Getting a lot of sweetness, which when you think about mesquite, you get that sweetness of this mesquite wood. I'm not getting that much smoke, but we'll go with pears. The dark fruit, but what is the dark fruit? Plums. Plums and pears to go with the Texas mesquite wood. All right, let's go into it. Okay, I'm getting more of the smoke, but it's still in the back. It's 50% ABV, and it tastes that's about right. I wouldn't say it tastes hot for that, but this has got that sweet smoke. They say they have oak and applewood and oak in there, but this really tastes like the sweet wood of mesquite. Really nice. Very different. Okay, I'm getting more. I said caramel, but now it smells more like toffee. I think I said toffee initially, but so X the caramel. It's more toffee. Very little of the mesquite in there. Oh yeah, that smells great. This is, you know what? I need to try this. I'm still going to stick with the plums and pears. But there is a little bit of a nuttiness to it too. Oh yeah. Caramel. That burnt sugar. This smells very sweet. So, delicious. Okay, more of the smoke now. I am getting some of the wood in there. Yeah, very much. You know, they said barbecue. It does sort of remind me of a barbecue, a fruity barbecue though. Not so much the smoke and the wood, but you know, like a fruity barbecue. So yeah, very good. This is excellent. Excellent. All right. So we'll go with 7. All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.